Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, it's Max with Newer Tech Talk, back with another video, and I'm kind of out in the middle of a parking lot right now, so excuse the background here, but I had some thoughts. The end of this week, we're going to have pre-orders open for the Apple Vision Pro, and I just kind of want to talk about the advent of new technologies, the failures leading up to the mass-adopted products. And I like to look back at two examples. If you go back to the RCA video disc, which came out in 1981, that product was able to use a physical stylus to read video out, and you're able to watch video on a disc. Thing was pretty massive for that time. It was about the size of a record or a vinyl record. And then that product premiered in 1981. Within 2 years, it was a failed product, pulled from the market. Now, flash forward, you have the Laserdisc, which was a better quality product, but again, failed within a few years. And then we saw DVDs. Those came out towards the end of the 90s. And we saw mass adoption all the way up until Blu-rays and HD DVDs came out. That was another thing. Blu-rays came out on top over Samsung-backed HD DVDs. So I say all that to kind of say that I think that the Vision Pro, at least in this initial iteration, is going to fail. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And I use that previous example as an argument as to why. So in its current form, we're looking at a product that's heavy, that requires a tethered battery with a cable, and is expensive to the point where most people are not going to buy it. And that's shown by the initial analyst numbers of how many actual units we're going to be getting. I think the estimate was around 500,000 units in its first year for the US market. And that doesn't seem terribly out of line. Somewhere the estimate for pre-order is only around 60,000 units. So I think that it's a cool product. It's not practical for most people, mainly because of cost, mainly because of weight. And this is something I complained about with the MetaQuest. Even that, with lighter materials, it's clunky. And the pass-through isn't the best for me. And I'm hoping Apple does the Apple thing and over-engineer the crap out of this product and fixes a lot of those issues. And with each iteration of this product continues to improve upon those things, to the point where I hope that rumored AR pair of glasses comes out at some point. And I think that's kind of probably the ultimate goal, getting this down to a size that's manageable, to a price point that makes sense for most people. And who knows? Maybe this will be the next stage in computing for a lot of people. And we're just at the cusp of it. This is the beginning. The proof of concept products, 10 plus years ago now, the Oculus, the Vive, the HTC products, those things, and even Magic Leap. And all those things, I think, led the market to this. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think it is going to be a failed first iteration, and that's not, again, I don't mean that in the worst way, but I do mean it in a way that it's going to continue to evolve over time. And I do hope it's successful. I do hope they get this out to enough people, get enough app support, that it makes sense to continue making them. Because I do think it's an interesting concept. But again, a lot of people said this about first iteration products from Apple before, so I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a massive success. Again, continues to get better over time. But by sales numbers, for 500,000 units compared to the hundreds of millions of iPhones that Apple sells every year, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And I'm curious what you all think about it. I'm personally not going to be buying one. I don't have $3,500 to drop on a product I'm just going to be testing out. But honestly, though, at that price point, this product is going to be for enthusiasts, Apple fans, and people that just really want that cutting edge, the latest what Apple has to offer. So I look forward to its release. Let me know what y'all think. I'm very excited to see how this plays out for Apple. Again, Max Mira Tech Talk. See you in the next video.